Good morning. It's Tuesday, March 16th, 2021. Today's menu is corn dog, potato wedges, carrots, peaches, and a graham bear. We have one birthday today, Jessica Trong. Happy birthday, Jessica.
Come on, let's have some fun. Celebrate, because we love you. Celebrate. Come on now.
On this day in history, in 1945, one of the most famous battles for the American military ever happened, and it was the Battle of Iwo Jima in World War II. The Marines had fought for several days, and they were finally able to capture that point, and they planted the American flag in the picture you see there. And that's one of the most famous pictures in American history due to one of the most famous battles in American history. Today's trivia question has to do with Mount Rushmore. Some of you have probably heard that word, but don't really know what it means. It's a national landmark in South Dakota where some artists carved presidents' faces into the mountain. The question for today is, which 4 presidents' faces are on Mount Rushmore? The 4 presidents on Mount Rushmore are George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Teddy Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. Today's Women's History Month video features Patsy Mink, the first woman of color elected to Congress and the first Asian American woman ever in Congress. She helped create important bills like Title IX and the Early Childhood Education Act.
What you endure is who you are. And if you just accept and do nothing, then life goes on. But if you see it as a way for change, life doesn't have to be this unfair. It can be better. Maybe not for me, I can't change the past, but I can certainly help somebody else in the future so they don't have to go through what I did.
Patsy Mink grew up among the cane fields of Maui and made her mark on Capitol Hill as the nation's first woman of color in Congress.
Women's rights are about fundamental justice.
She was one of a kind. I'd never interacted with an Asian woman who was in the power circles, who was creating public policy and moving the women's agenda.
She had no patience for injustice, and she had no patience for intolerance.
Our whole government operates under the notion of secrecy, of not informing the people, of not honestly dealing with the issues.
She ran for President of the United States and wrote laws that overturned decades of discrimination against women in higher education and sports.
You must have, in any movement, people who are insistent and demanding. Somebody has to be your conscience to make you ashamed of yourself.
I've run many times, and I've lost many times, but I've never given up. A feeling that I, as an individual, and you, as an individual, can make the difference.
The main announcement for today is about the March Madness competition that's going on. Your teachers yesterday selected a team that will represent your classroom as the men's college teams move through their tournament. You will be highlighting the college. We'll be putting some of those colleges on the announcements. Instead, we have a big college spotlight day where we have just one school that we focus on. We're going to highlight some of the other ones that come up through the tournament. There will be a winner, and there's some more details that your teachers have from Mrs. Wilson, but it's going to be a fun time for us to learn about colleges instead of just having one day. And as always, we are better together because we are LES connected.